Hello everyone, welcome back to Bonsai Expression. You can see today it's so bright, the sun is low. I'm doing this video late on in the evening. So I've got my hat on, but I've got it on a slightly funny angle just so it doesn't blind me. So I might look like a bit of a wally, but I am sorry. Because if I take it off, I can't see anything. It's right here. So I've got to put it on a slight angle just to stop me from being blinded. So please don't call me a divvy in the comments. Yeah, I know. Anyway, we're here for the Chinese privet we worked on a couple of weeks ago. Now, this Chinese privet, as you can see, has exploded with growth. This is the one that was an absolute eyesore of a bush, and we cut it right back, leaving it with basically just a trunk and a couple of branches that were just at the back, which was just here. We put a little bit of wire on just to give it a bit of movement and put it in position, and then we left it with basically a trunk and a little bit at the top here as the leader. So as you can see, lots of growth, so it gives me lots of options to work with going forward. Last time we worked on it, I had this Arsenal top on, so I thought, why not stick with tradition, we'll keep it going again. Let's get it on the bench, let's get into this, and let's start making some decisions which branches we are going to keep, and then trim it back, and this time around it'll look more like a tree and not a bigger stick in a pot. So keep with it and let's keep going. Check this one out. And before we get into it, I'll just give you a quick look at how much growth we've got in. So just before we go into that, we'll get in here. So if you remember, I put a bit of wire on just here and I give this section some movement. I moved it round and bent it. So if I just spin it around here a little bit, I bent it around just to move this branch into place. It's not doing much good. I moved it round into place, as I say here, and you can see, just so I was hoping that I'd get some growth in the right place, right position, which I think I've got here, and then I can remove the rest of it. So if I just move out, so there we go. So I can cut back a bit further now onto that section, and I'll be able to remove it a little bit better. So I did the original cut there, moved it round. So this section now can go cut off. I've got further, there we go. So I've got this that grew out. I can use this if I want to. I've got this one on the bend right here. I can cut it down to and use that one. I've got stuff over here that grew. I've got leaves there. So I've got leaves further in. So I've got lots of options further on. So I don't even need to use this bit. I've got this one on the corner here. Inside, I can use this. So all that growth I can use in the future, well, I can use now, the future being the present. So we get this wire off. So that's what I was going for. I bent it round, so when I got all that growth, it's now putting it in different positions and giving me better options to use as this back, because this is the back branch. So that is what I was going for when we put the wire on. So that needs to come off now. So there you go, you can see it better. There were my options. Everything up top exploded with growth. Even down the bottom we got more growth. So here we go, you can just see it. So plenty of options. So what we'll be doing is taking most of this out again, and then the first branch we got loads of growth, so we're just taking it back, probably back to 2 pairs, and the same with all the stuff that we want. The leader that we kept, this one here, exploded back up even more, so we'll take that back down, and then we did get some more growth lower down, so in fact we'll take it off as well and probably leave some here. And again, we've got more all around the tree, which gives us more options we cut back to, which is great. So first thing first, while I'm on handheld, I'll just come down, take these sections out just here. Again, it sprouted in all the places that we previously taken the cuts out of, so I'll just take them off. Says all the tree definitely wants to keep these bits, but I don't want them. So we can make do with those. And then the first branch that we got and we kept, I'm just going to come back, start taking everything back just a little bit. It grows up as well, I will just take that off. and just take everything back to 2 pairs. Got this one that grows straight up, I'll take that off completely, and the one next to it grows up. So I'll just take those out, and then you can see everything there. We're just going to cut back to them 2 leaves. So that's the first branch. Yes, it is too far out, so let's cut it back a bit more again. So that'll do for the first one. Got a branch in here. We're going to take out, again, it's on the inside, it's grown. I'm not going to utilise that one. On the inside, this section here, as you can see, and then just on top of that there as well, growing upwards. Now this is the front, so again, we don't want anything coming towards us. More frontage, we'll probably utilise that, so let's just trim it back to a set of leaves for the time being, and then just above it, it grows upwards, so let's just take it out. So, we can actually see the front of the tree so far, which is nice. Got this one here. In fact, I'm just going to leave that for the time being. This one comes right across. I'm just going to take that out, as well as that one. And the one next to it as well. Let's just remove all of these. Bit of a struggle. Okay. So we've cleared up that little bit of a mess. I'll move that, and then I'll put you on the tripod for the rest of it, but it just straight away clears up the trunk line. We can see what we're doing. There we go. I'll get you on the tripod and we'll start properly. Now you can see all this growth. I'm going to start by just moving it out the way, by snipping the end off, just so I can get you in and see. Now if I zoom you in, just here. So I've got this section here, this branch. Now this is the branch I'm going to work with. If I just slowly move it out the way and just put it down here. I'm either going to work with this one, sorry, or this one. I'm not quite decided yet. But first of all, let's just move this little one out the way, because I don't need it. And this one on the side, just so you can see. Now, I originally wired around this section here to give me the movement. So let's get that out the way, and let's remove that. I'll cut these back just so you can see. I might use that, but I just need to move all this so we can see properly. Right, now you can see what I'm doing as soon as I just move these. So these 2 branches, this branch or this branch, I'm going to utilise one of these 2. I wired this around. Now I've got these 2 in the right direction. I'm not going to use this at all, and then save me unwiring it completely like this and struggling. So instead of struggling doing this and unwiring it, I could just come in and cut it right off. Just here. Hopefully it should just take it all off, and then I can just get in and snip the branch if it'll allow me to do that. So let's see what we can do. So snip that. Now I can't see properly, but hopefully I can just go. I'm not too worried about damaging the branch because, as I say, I'm snipping it off anyways. Now, I just need to pull this one round and uncoil this section. There we go. Right, we've removed that wire. As I say, I'm going to remove the rest of this branch. It's going to be coming off just here. I'm sorry if I'm in your eyesight, but I don't want that branch at all. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Now, zoom you back out again properly so you can get a proper visual of this. There we go. You can now see, if I just spin it properly, that was the end of the branch. I've got an option of right at the end there, I can cut it here. So you can see it from just there. I'm going to either utilise this one or that one. Visually, I think, let's have a look. I think visually taking the top section off and going with the other one. So let's take that off completely there. We'll go with that one. So when we had the coil of wire around the other branch, that gave us the option of the tree back budding, which it did. It back budded in plenty of places, and it back budded in the right place for us to now allow this branch. We throw a bit of wire on it, just so it gives us the back branch. We move it down here, and it gives us our new back branch in the right position. We still need to cut back, but we have to put some wire on it and just move it into the position just here so it goes backwards, and then we can still cut it back once it's wired. We're going to move it more into the main canopy of the tree now. So we've done this side over here, we're just going to work over to this side. So I'm going to keep this little branch here that's developing. I'm going to keep this one as well. Just going to pick this one out on this side, and then over here as well. I'm going to potentially leave this one over here. This one that's growing down, I'm just going to take this one out. So I'm just going to come over, nip that out. This one that grows up, well, actually this one here, just going to nip that out. This one that grows up, we're going to leave, I think, for the time being. I'm going to have it growing outwards that way. I've got one that grows out just here. We need to probably just reposition it out this way. That's fine. I've got one at the back as well. I've got one that grows upwards here. We need to just snip it out. It's no problem. Sorry. It's no problem there. This one needs to come off. Thin it out. Let's give it a little spin, see what we're working with. Now I take the front one out. I've got a side one at the back. I like that one. Let's take that off. And that. Don't like that. It's competing with the leader. I'm going to take it off completely. Still got my leader there. Next to the leader, I've got these that are growing too close on the inside. Let's get them out. Same with this one. I just spin you around on the inside. Let's get rid of that. And the same on the inside here, right at the base. T-bar. And in terms of the leader itself, you can see it sprouted lots of new ones. We did get the back budding that we wanted off the leader, so let's take it back. We'll have that as the new leader, and then with all these that are sprouting out, let's take them back, cut them down to a single pair. Same with this. Let's bring everything back. I don't want anything We don't want anything too long, but everything's there now. Starting to look good. Let's get down low and have a look, give it a spin. I like how everything's starting to develop. Let's cut that one back as well. Okay, I'm just going to throw a little bit of wire on this just to bring it out on this back branch, and then we'll come back because I like how everything's set up. So I've put the wire on the back. I've also just put a bit of cut paste on that cut, let it heal up, because so if you check this one out there, it's healed up. Whoop, got a leaf there. It's healed up quite nicely and it's rolling really nicely as well. So this cut paste does a really good job. Anyway, while we're at the top, we've got this nice new leader coming on, so you can see that looking really good. I've got this branch coming in. Probably should have cut back a little bit more, but for now I like the way it is. I'm just going to leave it, let it grow in. I've got everything else set. Got a branch here coming along. I've got these two little ones I've set coming along at the bottom, and this one here and towards the back as well. So I've got the apex region all coming in. Got a branch here. I've got this branch at the back. I'm not sure whether I like it or not, so you can see it's all in this area. It's quite nice. And then we've got this new branch. If we just move it on these different angles, you can see it is too long. I've got it in wire, so the wire is holding it in place, and then as it thickens up, the wire will come off, and then we will trim it back again, and then it should obviously start eventually thickening up, and then we can blend that in properly. Cut back and it'll still be nice. Then we've got round at this side, we've got our first branch as well. So it's looking quite nice. It's getting there, and then it looks something like this. Still not 100% sure on the front. I think maybe we're going to go something there, so it does lean towards us. I don't know, something like that. But we've got many different options, I suppose. We could even move it back a little bit, going away from us. Well, that's the whole tree in its entirety so far. As you can see, from that very first video we did where it was huge and we cut everything off, the second video here, we've got branches now from the options that of the buds that pushed, and then in the next one we'll start developing these ones. So it's coming along. Every video we should see a little bit more progression, not just continually cut everything off. We should grow out, cut a little bit more, grow out, cut a little bit more, and it should start developing nicely. If you are interested, that is how much we've just taken off. It is another great big chunk, but everything was in the wrong place, and now we're getting stuff in the correct place, as you can see. So looking good. So the Chinese privet, after the very first video where we started off as a massive bush and we cut back to pretty much just the trunk, the second video, which we've just finished, yes, we've just finished it now, and you can see we've got some branches all established, and we've left her with some leaves this time around. She's looking good. Potential on its way. So I'm really happy how this one's turning out. Please do leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this tree. I think it's looking good. Yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. Look at it. So I'm quite happy with this one. We've let it grow out, made sure it was healthy. It is healthy. It's really, really healthy. It grew out. We cut it back down to the trunk. We only did that because it was healthy. And after we did that, because the tree was so healthy, it then pushed out a load of buds, which we've got in this video. We've bud selected because we branch selected off those buds because it was so healthy, it pushed them all out. And then we've just gone in, we've cut off all them extra branches we didn't need. We've selected those branches. We've now turned those branches into the ones that we're going to keep, and we've took everything else off. So now we can start actually developing our tree into the tree that's going to be in the future by keeping the branches. It will potentially push even more buds onto the trunk, and we could potentially have another couple of branches later on in the future. Who knows? But cutting them back as well, it'll also push more buds as well on the existing branches we're going to develop. But that is not here nor there for the time being. We've got the structure all set, so we just let it grow again now and let it do its thing. But it's set, it's ready to go, and we've got our tree in development. So how do you think? Good one? I do. Leave me a comment down below. Anyway, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up, as I say, and don't forget to subscribe. We're getting there. We're nearly at 1,000. Getting close. Anyways, I'll leave you for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It's alright, guys. Thanks for watching again.